Hello family, welcome back to this channel once again. Guys, if you're a lover of cookies, I bet you want to stick around and let's make this yummy cookies together. So today we are making butter cookies. I started off by adding a half cup of sugar to my bowl, and I'm using half cup of butter as well. Guys, feel free to increase the quantity of sugar if you really like it to be sweet, but to me, I think I'm okay with the quantity of sugar that I add. Once the butter is added to the sugar, then the next thing I want to do is that I'm going to use my egg whisk to mix both the butter and sugar together until everything is thoroughly combined. But if you feel like you don't mind it being messy, then you can use your hand to mix it together. But I think I prefer mixing it this way, and as time goes on, I'm going to use my hand to continue with the mixing. So I'm trying as much as possible to make sure everything is thoroughly mixed, like all the sugar mixed with the butter, and make sure it is lighter. So guys, here is where we are now. So once the butter is thoroughly mixed with the sugar, then I think I am good to go. So you can do the mixing for about 3 to 5 minutes until you feel like you have mixed it very well. So the next thing I'm going to add is 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, so that way I'll be able to mix it more. So then I'm still going to continue with my mixing. So I'm very careful while mixing it, so that I don't end up messing the entire work surface. So once I continue mixing it like that, I will make sure that everything is thoroughly mixed. So the next thing I added is 1 teaspoon of nutmeg to my 2 cups of flour. So I measured 2 cups of flour to my bowl, and I added in my nutmeg to it. So guys, don't forget that before you do anything, you have to make sure that your flour is properly sieved. So just like you see me do, I will keep on with the mixture. Now that the flour is added, it's a little bit, it's not as messy as just the butter and sugar. So now I'm going to get out all the mixture from the whisk. Then I'm going to dig in with my hands. Guys, what we are making is butter cookies, and we need just 3 ingredients. The remaining ingredients are just by the side. The major 3 ingredients that is required is the flour, the sugar, and the butter. So the nutmeg and the vanilla is optional, but it actually helps with the taste. And guys, if you don't know that you can start doing this as a business, guys, this is a sign for you to start it as a business, and it is quite profitable. So I keep on mixing it. So while I'm mixing it, I'm going to quickly mention the ingredients that I use. So here I use a half cup of butter, which is about 226 grams of softened unsalted butter. Then I use sugar, which is about half cup. You can make use of about 120 grams of sugar. And the next ingredient that I'm using, which is also important, is my all-purpose flour. So I actually measured out 2 cups of all-purpose flour, but I ended up using a little above 1.5 cup. So at the end of the day, I have a very small amount of it, guys. And take note, this is so because we are not adding any water into this mixture. So it is just the butter, the sugar, and the flour that we are going to combine together. So we don't need any water at all. So then I added in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I added 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. So if you like it to have the sweet and salty taste, then you can add in a pinch of salt to it as well. But to me, I did not add in any pinch of salt. So guys, now look at what we have. Everything has thoroughly come together as one, and that is to show us that we are making progress. So at this stage, you can either wrap it in a clean film and keep it in your fridge while you preheat your oven to 350 fan right or 175 degree. Then you line your baking sheets with a parchment paper. But because I do not have a parchment paper, so I didn't line mine. But it's advisable you use either parchment paper, or you can even use foil to line your baking sheet. So now I spread it and I cut off all the edges that look cracky, because we want to make sure that our cookie is looking really nice. And look at what we have now. It's looking all beautiful, looking creamy and yummy. So then I start by placing it in my baking sheet, just the way you see me do. So I placed it gradually, one after the other, and then I continue to work on the remaining dough that I have. So I'm still going to cut off the cracky edges as well, and then I'm going to slice the remaining into the same shape, just like the first one that I did, until I exhaust the entire pastry that I have. So once I'm done exhausting the entire dough, the next thing is I'm going to use my fork to create a design or to perforate my cookie so it can cook through and at the same time give it a nice design. So now that I'm done doing this and my oven is preheated a little bit, so I just placed it in there. So I'm going to be baking this for about 12 to 15 minutes. And now guys, look at it already. So I noticed that it is not thoroughly set, so that's what I went back to do. And it's exactly 12 minutes later, and here is what we have. It's looking still very hot and yummy. So this way you have just made yourself a tea cookie, so you can enjoy this with a cup of tea. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. And you can start this as a business, because this tutorial is clear and easy to understand. And until next time guys, come and have some cookies with me, and I'll see you in my next video. I love you all. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment and share this video. Bye.